Some things we just can't help, some things we just can't control, but we can always control how we react to them and how we move forward from them. I hate to break it to you, friend, but at some point, you have to realize that you're the cause of your own suffering simply because you're choosing to live there. And I feel like I can speak to this firsthand because I am such a victim of this. One of the biggest things that I'm working on in life right now is recognizing when I am choosing to stay in a state of suffering by choosing to hold on to things, choosing to not move forward, choosing to keep mental notes or mental record of things that have happened. I feel like in some instances it's okay and kind of smart to do that just for purposes of reevaluation, learning lessons, and being able to go back and understand whether you already have some sort of knowledge in your mental archives that kind of confirm that you know what to do in this situation, in whatever situation that you're in, right? But there's a difference between that and being letting things that have happened to you hinder you from moving forward or being successful in future experiences or having more positive outcomes in future experiences. Does that make sense? Basically, you're the only person that can choose or decide whether you're going to stay in a certain space or not. And a lot of times, especially when it comes to like relationship trauma or childhood trauma, just things that we have been through that are really, really traumatic, it's hard for us to let go of them. It's hard for us to find a space of like safety or compassion or even trust, sometimes within ourselves in the future, because we are holding on to that narrative and living in that reality that we have been in a previous experience. That is probably one of the biggest things that can hinder us from new possibilities, from transformation, from gaining self-love and self-trust and understanding our worth because of what we've been through. But at a certain point, you got to know how to let that go. And you also have to understand your role and your willingness to participate in those experiences at the same time. Because it's easy to play a victim, right? It's easy to say, oh, they did this to me, so now this is the way I am. Or that person said whatever to me, so now this is why I think the way that I do, either about them or other people or myself. At the end of the day, you're choosing that. You're choosing to give whatever person whatever amount of power over you by responding to or holding on to the way that an outside source made you feel. You know what I mean? So I feel like the more comfortable you become with yourself and the more self-aware you are in understanding your choice and your participation in every situation. I don't care what it is. Some things we just can't help, some things we just can't control, but we can always control how we react to them and how we move forward from them. That's never going to change. So, understanding that we have that choice means that we know that at any moment we can change our reality. At any moment we can change the trajectory of whatever situation, whatever person, whatever incident, whatever experience, how it's making us feel and how we're reacting to it. For example, like in relationships, I'm fully aware and I can say for sure that all of my relationships have ended because of me. None of my relationships have been successful because of me, because of the role that I played. I'm choosing to take that responsibility and that accountability for myself because number one, there are things that I allowed that I should have never allowed, not once, but multiple times throughout the relationships, or I chose to continue participating in situations with people that I knew weren't for me. I feel that everyone has a purpose in our lives. Like each and every situation that we go through has some sort of purpose. 9 times out of 10 is to teach us some sort of lesson or allow us to gain some sort of awareness about ourselves or just life. Understanding that and choosing to be aware of that, like fully aware of that, has changed the game, completely changed my perspective on relationships and just on life in general, because we always have a choice. We always have a choice. We don't know who people really are until we really know. But when you see signs and you see red flags and things that kind of like make your intuition go, that's weird, or I've seen this before, like this is a pattern. You have to understand when you've already learned a lesson and you've already been through that level. Think of it like a video game. When you've already been through that level, you already know what to do. You already know most of the time what's coming next and what to expect and how to maneuver and how to prepare yourself in a way that you're gonna make it through easier this time. It's not gonna take you as many tries. You're not gonna lose as many lives, or you know what I mean, start over as many times, because you learned your lesson. You've been here before, right? Understanding the part that you play in every situation is so vital and so key to mastering not only yourself, but mastering life. I feel like this is a life key that nobody really teaches us. We're taught that, our actions have consequences, but I don't think we're really taught in depth how vital it is to understand the role that we play and understand the choice that we have in playing these roles. We just think it's life. We just think that, this is how it goes. This is how it's going. So this is just how I'm going to let it go. No, you have control over that. You have control over how it's going to go, because you have control over how you're going to react. The situation could be bad, it could be traumatic, but you always have a choice in how you're going to react, how you're going to grow, how you're going to evolve, and how you're going to continue to learn to love and trust and just be in the best possible way. I really pray that everyone is able to unlock this level of life. And that's all I got. Thank you guys for watching. I love you so much. If you haven't subscribed to the Shenanigans already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you.